Trash has always been an unfortunate part of our history. Where there are large groups of people, there's trash. The average person generates 4.3 pounds of waste per day, which is 1.6 pounds more than most people produced back in 1960. More than half of the 220 million tons of waste generated each year in the United States ends up in one of more than 3,500 landfills. The balance typically ends up in places where it shouldn't be, such as rivers, forests, and other illegal places to dump. Litter is solid waste that is out of place. Throughout the early years of our country, the amount of waste generated was insignificant because there weren't that many people. In addition, due to a lack of manufacturing facilities and equipment, there was a relatively low exploitation of natural resources. Common waste produced during pre-modern times was mainly ashes and human waste.
When we study history and we look back into the past, very seldom do we think about what a city would smell like and what we would see in the streets. I remember a few years back I was giving a tour in Philadelphia of some teachers from around the country, and a carriage went by with horses and the horse did its business, and one of the teachers said, "Oh my God, that smells horrible." And I started laughing. I said, "This is downtown old Philadelphia. That smell would be one of the most pleasant smells you would have during the day." There were tanneries on this street, where people would be able to slaughter cows, get their skins, and make leather. When they were done with the cow and the carcass and stuff, they used to throw it in this creek. There were butchers that would throw the bodies of the cows into the creek when they were done with it. It got so rancid in the business district of Philadelphia that they had to fill it in, and that's what the smells of Philadelphia were like at that time. People would throw trash into the street. It would sit there, and they would have dogs basically run around at night eating the garbage that's in the street, carcasses from butcher shops, and in some cases they would have wild pigs. New York City was especially famous for that, having wild pigs run at night to be able to eat up all the meat. But Philadelphia had its share also. That's one thing that we don't consider when we're looking at city life during the colonial period and even throughout the 19th century. In New Jersey, South Jersey per se, you had a lot more farms, so when things were thrown out and laid out, a lot of times if they smell bad, I mean, you can bury it, you can use it for fertilizer, and such. But in the city, it's a lot tougher.
With the arrival of the Industrial Revolution and development of cities, the buildup of waste caused severe sanitation challenges. In order to protect the public from disease, calls for the establishment of a municipal authority with waste removal powers are noted as early as 1751. Because of its close proximity to both New York City and Philadelphia, New Jersey became and continues to be a prime target for legal and illegal dumping. From the marshlands of the meadowlands to the beaches all along the coast, New Jersey became a dumping ground toxic and non-toxic waste. In 1934, communities in New Jersey obtained a court order to stop New York from dumping waste into the Atlantic Ocean. The Supreme Court upheld this action, but it only applied to municipal or public waste, not commercial or industrial waste. In 1970, the Federal Clean Air Act was enacted, leading to the shutdown of incinerators that didn't meet new emission guidelines. The United States Environmental Protection Agency was established by President Nixon with a goal to protect human health and to safeguard the natural environment. New Jersey was one of the first 3 states to establish a state environmental protection agency. Formed on Earth Day, April 22, 1970, to combat environmental problems plaguing the state. By 1980, New Jersey faced a solid waste crisis. Too many people, too much waste, and diminishing landfill space. Further, New Jersey saw an increase in the amount of litter and debris washing up on our beaches.
The New Jersey legislature, to its credit, said we need to come up with a more comprehensive and sustainable program to deal with our solid waste and to deal with our litter. We developed 2 programs, the Recycling Enhancement Act and the New Jersey Clean Communities Program. And that's what I would like to discuss today. In the ensuing years, 25 years later, the New Jersey Clean Communities Act was designed to pick up and remove litter from our towns, municipalities, our parks, our beaches, our waterways, our roadways. There was a very important component of that program that was to educate the public about where to put their litter, to not throw it out the window of the car, to not throw it on our beaches, to not throw it in their backyards, and to litter our landscape. Today, that program has become very successful. It had its starts and its stops, but the program identified 15 litter-generating products where we imposed a small, minute tax on manufacturers, on retailers, and on distributors in order to get a pool of money that we could send back to municipalities for them to build an infrastructure to develop an educational program. And today, there's about $19 million that is distributed back to those towns and municipalities in those counties. But as a result of that, and every county now has a Clean Communities coordinator that is designing some very unique programs that are unique to their particular town, because one size doesn't fit all. The urban communities may need something, the rural communities may need something else.
Nearly 30 years ago, New Jersey's state lawmakers determined that an uncluttered landscape is one of the most priceless heritages New Jersey can bequeath to future generations. The legislature passed the Clean Communities Act to establish the first and only statewide comprehensive litter abatement program called New Jersey Clean Communities. The 1986 Clean Communities Act provided a funding source for the program. Every year since 1987, grants have been distributed to 559 municipalities and 21 counties for the implementation of grassroots, community-driven litter abatement programs. The New Jersey Clean Communities Council, a 501c3 nonprofit, was formed with the purpose to sustain a reduction in litter through a partnership with the State Department of Environmental Protection. Most importantly, the New Jersey Clean Communities Council educates people about litter and organizes volunteers to clean our rivers, lakes, streams, streets, and beaches. The council is pleased to work throughout the state in the never-ending quest to keep the state clean.
I'm proud to say that I've been active in the Clean Communities movement since the 1980s when it got underway. I'm currently serving as the president of the New Jersey Clean Community Council and have done so since 2003. The Clean Communities movement is something that distinguishes New Jersey from every other state in the country because of our anti-litter education and abatement programs, which we operate in each and every county and municipality across New Jersey. On behalf of the council, I want to thank our professional public servants and volunteers for all their successes over the past 30 years.
Hello, I'm Sandy Huber, Executive Director of the New Jersey Clean Communities Council. New Jersey is our home. It is a diverse state with farmlands, beaches, cities, mountains, pinelands, residential neighborhoods, and historic sites. New Jersey needs its citizens to work together to keep litter off our streets and beaches. We need students to play a key role in the cleanup process. What you pick up today will preserve our great state for your tomorrow. Contact the Clean Communities Council today to find out how you can help. We welcome students, teachers, and citizens to join our team. Be part of our historic cleanup. Together, we can make New Jersey communities clean, safe, healthy, and sustainable.